Hi everybody, it's Sonia with Sonia K Creations. Come on in. We're gonna do a very easy craft today. So if you're watching on the replay, let me know that you're watching. And we'll get started here in a few minutes, or in a minute or two. But we're gonna use this tray that I found at the at a thrift store. I think Goodwill. Oh, there's an eye. Let me know that you're watching. And we're just gonna make it over pretty simple. And then I have some things and I thought I would show you how I would like stage it, kind of how I would use it. Hi Tammy. Make sure you guys sprinkle. I guess we don't have to say that anymore. Just share the video. I heard you don't have to say that anymore. I don't know. I'll probably still say it. Spread the blessings, share, whatever. Hi Jeanette, all my regulars. Yeah, make sure you sprinkle. So we're just gonna get started. So I think this was probably a DIY project to begin with. I think it's an old cabinet door and it has these handles, and they painted it green and then put peace on earth. I kind of sanded it down. I took off the handles. I wanted to get some different handles, but I never got anywhere and I don't have any. So what I did was these are just these really generic handles, and I put the link to everything I'm using from Chalk Couture, because I'm going to use Chalk Couture today, in the description. And these are from Chalk Couture too. They're kind of like those puffy stickers from Dollar Tree that I used recently, but they're just they're from Chalk Couture. So I took the middle one here and I cut it skinnier, and I just added it to my handles, and in a little bit we'll do something more with that. I just wanted to have a little more detail. Hi Judy, I'm good to see you. Hi Sabrina. So we're going to start by painting this. Looks kind of almost like moss, but this says peace on earth. I sanded it down. Hopefully you won't be able to see it. I'm going to use celery. I want it to be a little bit lighter color. So it's going to be a pretty easy craft tonight, but I wanted to redo this tray anyway, so figured I almost just did it on my own. I thought, well, you guys might just like to watch. It's nothing super exciting, but I think it'll be cute and pretty. So put just like a thin coat on here. Let it, I already painted the back, just so you wouldn't have to watch that. And the sides, most of the sides. So we just have to do this top part. But we'll just put a thin coat so it dries faster. And then we'll work on the handles while it's drying. Hopefully it'll just take 2 coats. What did you guys do over the weekend? You probably saw my husband surprised me on a little overnight date. That was fun. We used to do that a little more, but we'll have to try to do it more. But Alex was going away for the day anyway with his brother and his wife and her sister, so they just stayed overnight with him after they went to the Seattle Aquarium. So we're coming on late. I got this from I think it was Goodwill. I think I only paid $3.99 for it. They already had the hard work, but I think it done. But I think it was probably a cabinet door to begin with, but they made it into a tray. I already had the holes cut for the handle, or drilled for the handles and the handles. And yeah, I wanted to get to Hobby Lobby and get some cute handles because I don't really have any, but we're gonna try to make the ones we have cute. We're going to make it kind of an Eastery tray. But yeah, so we went to a cute little inn. We'd been to this little inn before. I brought my plan to get away for my husband's birthday quite a few years ago. We couldn't remember how long ago, but it probably at least 8 or 9 years ago. We first moved to Yakima. So we went back. It was pretty fun. We wish we could have got there a little earlier because we felt like we just got there, went to sleep, and then got up and left, but we had to work, and that's just the way it goes. Let's hope this covers the peace on earth. I didn't want to get out an electric sander, so I just tried to hand sand it. And we're going to put something over the top of this anyway, so it might not show. All right, what's people saying? Nothing. Make sure you guys sprinkle. Hi, Ida. She said hi. Just putting a real rough coat, the first one, just trying to make it kind of thin though. It'll dry faster. Then we had church. We came back. Well, I thought we were just going to go down after we got up from at the little inn. We went to the town about 25 minutes from there and went to Home Goods and Chick-fil-A, which we don't have in our town, and I love both of those places. But then my husband's like, "Oh, do you want to go to TJ Maxx in Burlington too?" And I'm like, "Sure." So we went there, and we also went to, he had to go to the bathroom, so he's like, "Well, I'm going to go to Target right here and go to the bathroom. You can run in." So I looked there. I didn't buy anything there, but I bought a few things at the other places. If I have to do 3 coats, it'll be because of this letters. I'm going to put just a little more on parts that didn't get covered that well, so maybe it'll cover on the second coat. Alright, so it's not perfect, but it'll dry pretty fast. Okay. Like I said, I already painted the back. And it had these little, I don't know, felt things on it. I was thought about putting feet, and I thought, I don't really want it to be super tall. So I just put my fingers right in that. So I thought I'd just leave that. All right, let's move that up a little bit. Oh, shoot. All right, and then we're gonna take our, like I said, these are the handles that came on it, and I just added these little stickers that have kind of a, I don't know, raised decor on there. And we're just gonna paint these black because I want to do that, make them gold. Hopefully it'll look good. This should cover in one quick coat. I don't even know if that will make too much of a detail, but it's better than just the boring, because these are very like old school, very old, not the prettiest little handles in the world, but I think we can make them look okay. I usually have lots of handles. I have lots of knobs, but right now I have no handles, so. Well, I did have some that they look kind of like, I don't know what you call them, like, I got them on clearance at Hobby Lobby. They're like, look like they're, the things on the dock that they wrap the ropes around for the ships, so it's just like a straight piece. I don't know. You know what if you're a Navy person, you know what those are called. My son would know. All right. I think that's good. It's not going to be totally covered, but it'll be enough to give it the effect that I want. And I'm about ready to do the home tour for Easter or for spring, so it's probably going to be either Wednesday. I'm thinking Wednesday, but if it's not Wednesday, it'll be Friday. I'll let you know. All right, I'm going to dry these with the dryer and then put some gold on it. I don't know what they're called, but I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I don't know what they're called either. I can show it to you. It's actually right here. These are the only ones I have. They look like that. And then you wrap the rope around it. I don't know why I bought them. I thought maybe I'd do a nautical project, I guess. Actually, the holes aren't in the right spot anyway, so I'd have to re-drill holes on the tray. I'm going to dry this tray a little bit while I have this out. The middle part is not drying. Rope ties. Yeah, that, I think there's a technical name for them. I think my son has told me before, but because he was in the Navy, but I can't remember what they're called. Do I sound sick? I do I just noticed today that I kind of have a little bit of a runny nose, stuffy nose, but I'm not really sick. All right. Now I couldn't decide if I wanted to use the gold gilding wax or the Rub and Buff, but I think I'm going to try the gold gilding wax. I don't know. I'm just going to use my finger though, because I feel like I have more control that way. So we're going to take that and we're just going to, oh yeah, that's giving it some detail. See that little sticker on there helped it. I don't want it to be very black though. I want it to be mostly gold because this is going to be a light spring thing. So I just wanted it to have a little detail. This stuff pretty much works just like Rub and Buff, but this was just a little more gold. The antique Rub and Buff, or antique gold Rub and Buff, is a little more like copper kind of. I don't want to fill in all the spots, but I want to get a little bit more. Yeah, I think this is looking good. This stuff stinks a lot worse than Rub and Buff, I think, though. I got this from Chalk Couture. I didn't link this. I forgot that Chalk Couture sells this, but they do. The Dixie, is it Dixie Belle? I think it is, but I don't see where it says it. Yeah, Dixie Belle. I hope this is gonna look good. I might add some distress or some like, I don't know what you call it, some wax, some dark wax, to make it not look so, to make it look a little more vintagey, I guess you'd say. The reason I'm using my fingers is I don't want to get totally in all those spots, because the whole point is to, you know, have some care. I don't know what the details show, I guess you'd say. And if I use a paintbrush for the whole thing, it kind of gets in all the details, but I kind of want this to be a little less black right there. Oh darn, I meant to grab some wipes again. I ran out in Alex's room, so I stole them from my craft room. Okay, so they kind of look like that. I'm gonna grab some wipes because now my hands are covered. I'll be right back. I'm back. You know, if I don't wash this off my hands, I will be getting it on everything. So what have you guys been up to? Pray for Carter again. They went to get her stitches out. The girl doesn't heal very well, and so they only could take partial stitches out, and then they go back Thursday and take the rest out. And if it doesn't close up like it's supposed to, then she might have to have another surgery with a plastic surgeon kind of thing. So we're hoping that doesn't have to happen, but the poor girl. Okay, I got all that off. All right. Let's go back to this. It's not quite dry. Yeah, that middle part. Why doesn't it cover as well? And it has painted words. We'll put another coat on this, and then we'll maybe add some antique wax to, or yeah, some antique wax to the, yeah, I know, the poor thing. And they have to change her bandage every day till then, and she hates that. They have to practically sit on the poor girl. All right. I know it's kind of boring to watch me paint, sorry. I'm gonna put a little, this just makes it spread so much easier. It's like you want to put a thicker coat because you think, oh, it'll cover better, but it just ends up looking gloppy and gross if you do that, so. I haven't used celery color in a while. It's kind of the colors I went with in my house for spring. This, and you'll see kind of when I'm going to stage this a few different ways after we get it done. That'll be the fun part. Well, we're going to put something really cute in the middle of this, but I don't think I'll have to do more than 2 coats on the sides, but we'll might have to do a 3rd coat on the middle. So funny, at church last night, I had choir, well, I was going to say we came back and then we had church yesterday morning, and then we started choir practice we're just helping the worship teams have like a backup choir, but so we only had like 3 practices before Easter. So we had that, and then this lady came up to me and she asked, my maiden name was Dutton. And I said, yeah. Come to find out, she went to school with she was the pastors at the Nazarene church in my town I grew up before we actually the pastor right before we started going to church there. But she went to school with my oldest brother, who's 11 years older than me. And she knew where I lived, and she talked about the old parsonage, and talked about people we knew that in common. It was just cute. I mean, it was just a small world. She even said small Nazarene world, because her dad was a Nazarene pastor. And yeah, so we started going there because we lived there, but we went to a Methodist church before that, and so we didn't go when she was a her family was pastors. Okay, yeah, I'll probably just have to go 1 more coat on this. So it's looking pretty good though. Let me go around the edges a little bit. Make sure I get all the drips off. Okay. I forgot this. All right, maybe 1 more coat. All right, so then I was thinking maybe we could take, let's see if I have a little piece of paper towel here. I'm going to use this because it's just thicker. But, oh, that's the clear. I thought that was antique. I'll take some of the antique wax from, you could use the stuff from Walmart, the Waverly. But I'm just going to put it on here. I don't want to brush it. I don't want to rub it too much just because I just did this. Probably should let your, whatever that stuff's called, the rub and buff or the, what is that, gilding wax, stay on longer. But I'm just going to, before you buff, but I'm not because I'm live. So I'm just going to add a little of this. Alex has a lot to say tonight. So I just kind of added some of that. I'm just going to set it to the side, let it sit for a minute. Oh, what about the lighting? Sorry. Somebody says maybe the lighting, it's a little dark on surface area. I don't know what we're saying. Hey, Sonia, can you point your camera down? Oh, okay. That's what we were saying. Can you see my head still? Well, it's cut off a little, but it's not bad. Okay. All right, let's dry this one more time, and hopefully then that'll be good. I mean, we'll have to paint a little more, and then that'll be good. Looks like the letters are mostly covered. I just have some spots that didn't get painted that well. I think I need to get a hotter, whatever this is called, heat gun. Oh, I didn't go back to the beginning of the lighting is good. Okay, let's see. I think she just wanted to see the project a little better. I know it's not the best, what's the word, angles. I think I put a pretty thick coat last time. I'm going to try to just get the middle dry because that's what I need to paint right now. It's not completely dry, but I think it'll be alright. Where I want to paint is like mostly in the corners and they're dry. And we're going to distress it a little, so it might be fine. If you're doing it, let it dry better. We're going to say that's good because what we're doing on top, it's going to cover a lot of it. And we're going to sand. Yeah, I think it's a cabinet door. Somebody had already made it into a tray, and I found it at I was thinking I found it at our new thrift store that opened, but it said, the good tag said Goodwill, so it must have been, no, it's a Goodwill. I couldn't remember. I went to quite a few thrift stores recently. Our local gospel mission has a lot of thrift stores, and they just opened it. They opened a new one, and then they also closed an old one for a week or two while they made it into a bin store, like the Goodwill bins. Like, we don't have Goodwill bins here, but they made it just like that. So it was, the grand opening was last Thursday, I think, and I went Friday. I didn't find anything that I wanted, but I didn't want to dig in all the clothes. But as far as housewares, I didn't find anything, but they had a huge grand opening the day before, so they probably sold all the good stuff. But I'll go back again and try it. That's where you pay by the pound. This corner does not look good down here. We'll see what it looks like after I sand a little bit. Almost dry. If I don't get it all the way dry and then I sand, it's going to be a mess, so. Alright, we're just going to go for it. Alright, so I'm just going to take a sander and sand it now so you can see. Not perfect, but it's looking good. Alright, and I want to bring back the... There was green under it, but I knew it would probably go right past that to the wood. And even if that green comes through, that's fine. Cabinet doors always look really good when you distress them. And I kind of make it look bad, then I can always take some paint and add it in certain spots. There's certain spots I don't like, so I'm gonna take a little bit of, where was that? Like over here. Take a little of this. I should have washed that off before I did that. Take a little paper towel. Or not paper towel, white wipe. I didn't sand in there, did I? I tried to sand too much in here because it's not completely dry, but it's okay. I can kind of see those letters popping through, but I think it's going to be fine. All right, I'm gonna let it dry just for a minute, but it's looking pretty good. Actually, I'm gonna sand a little back here. I'm not gonna distress the back really, but just the edges. Okay, that's looking pretty good. just go back to that in just a second. All right, let's go back to these, and I'm just going to kind of buff them. Take some of that off, that distressing, or no, the antique wax. Hoping these are going to look good. All right, those look pretty good. So they kind of turned out like that. Now, like I said, I would rather to get some different ones, but I think they're going to look good. I'm going to go ahead and just put those on right now. I have the screws right here. Hopefully, I don't know what one's going. They should go in because they came out. Okay. They got paint on them a little because when they came through, they got paint on them. Sorry, my husband's being kind of noisy. He's on the phone. He's doing a funeral for somebody and he's talking to them about it. That's not wanting to screw in. One has a flathead screw and one. Oh, that looks pretty good. So I've got one on there. Uh-oh, oh, there it is. I was like, where's the other one? Almost got it. Sorry, guys. This is boring. That's how live crafting is. That's why a lot of people like YouTube, because they can edit it and you don't have to watch all the boringness. And now I have stuff where I don't want it. Yeah, it looks actually pretty good, but we're still gonna, we haven't done the fun part yet. We're gonna put a transfer from Chalk Couture on the front. I got my dirty handprints all over the back, so I'm trying to fix that up. Okay, that's better. All right, so that looks pretty good. Now, the transfer we're going to use is called, what's it called? Bunnies and Blooms. I showed it to you guys during my haul, so. And it's really cute. It's just like a background pattern. I mean, you could use it for whatever, but we're going to do it just in white. Because I want the stuff on the tray to be the star, but this will be this like the background. It's a little sticky, so I'm just adding a little fuzz. If you've never, and this actually fits just about perfect in here. Get it in there where you can see it. I mean, it fits absolutely perfect. Oh no, I guess I had it up. It could be just a little bit bigger, but I think it's going to be fine with having a little, you know, a little extra on each side, or on the top and bottom. Okay. Oops, got one of my hairs stuck in there. There we go. So you just put it down, make sure there's no bubbles or wrinkles in it. And then we're just going to use white. All right, so just put it on there and then go over it. You don't want it to, you want to go fairly quickly just because you don't want the paste to dry in there. But it's pretty, when you're just doing one color, it's pretty easy. I put the links to all this, and if you're interested in getting anything for your products from there for 30 or 40% off, you can be a Perks member or a designer. Doesn't mean you have to sell it or anything. No minimum to buy and stuff like that. So you can just ask me in the comments if you want any info about that, but I did put the links to all those things in the description. I haven't showed Chalk Couture in a while, but they have a lot of really, if you've done Chalk Couture and you want to go on the site again and look, they have a ton of really, in their specials section right now, just really good prices, super good prices. Especially if you're a Perks member or a designer, but I'm just getting all the extra off. And then I'm going to pull it up. And I always pull kind of slow because then if you, and I want it to be kind of rustic, so I don't care that, you know, well, there's one that's a little too rustic for me. Probably because I didn't let it dry, you know, the paper under, the paint underneath, but it's fine. I do want it to look rustic anyway. Then it'll look like it's been sanded, but it really hasn't been. You can use these over and over, just have to wash them. Oh, so cute. Except for I see some spots I want to fix. I'll show you that in a second. Yeah, that's looking good. I'm going to fix this corner a little bit that you can see. But like I said, I don't care totally because it's supposed to look like rustic. I might do a little more sanding in a minute, but I'll show it to you. So cute. You guys like it? I'm going to dry it. This is almost dry, but make sure it's completely dry, and then I'm going to sand just a little bit more on the tray. Looking good. All right. Hopefully you guys like it. I think it looks cute. So that's basically the project. But now we're gonna do the fun stuff. I'm gonna clean up my spot a little bit, which isn't as messy as some days because it wasn't a very detailed project. It should be, and you can, some people seal it. I personally don't have a problem with not sealing it. So, unless it's going to be around a lot of water, I don't, for myself, don't care. Making sure it's dry. It felt a little tacky. Okay. All right, so then I'm gonna show you how we're gonna like maybe 3 or 4 ways we're gonna stage it. So first we're gonna use this cute little, I showed you guys this, I found this really cute wood vase and it had ugly flowers in it at the thrift store and I added some tulips to it. So we're gonna put that in there. And then I had this really cute frame. I put a picture of my husband and I a few years ago. Put that on there. And then I have some really cool eggs. I don't know where I got these, but they match with the tulips really good. So there's one way. I usually try to do 3 different things on a tray, you know, if it's a tray like this size. Just real simple. That looks really cute. I'll put pictures, well, yeah, I'll probably put pictures at least a couple of different ways on tomorrow. And then I thought we could, I have, let's see, what do I have here? I have these cute little plates that we could put a stack of those. I don't like to cover everything on the tray, but, and then I have this flower, or greenery, I guess you'd call it. Is that what I was going to do? I think so. Maybe. I don't know. I don't remember what I was going to do, actually. Add some eggs. Was I going to do this? Yeah, this cute little bunny. Actually, no, I think I'm going to do this bunny. I put a little tag on him. And then maybe I'll do like that. So there's another cute way. So you just try to have like 3 different elements. Don't like to have 2 wood things together. Just I usually try to have some kind of greenery, some kind of cute little thing, and then like some filler like the eggs. Whoa. And then I had, whoa. I have this cute little, I don't know what this is, cloche thing. We could put that up there, add some eggs to that. What are we going to put with that? Maybe this little bunny. Yeah, we'll put that bunny. This is, I think this one's from Target. Yeah, it has like green on its thing. Put that there. And then I have some more of these tulips. I got these from Amazon. Just gonna kind of try to, I don't want to cut them because I had them in something else, but I'm gonna kind of hide this part. Shoot. What? Can you leave? You're making me nervous. My husband's in here just staring at me. Go, please. I'm gonna shut the door. He makes me nervous when he stands there like I'm doing something wrong. Trying to cover that part of the tulips I don't want to show. Come on, Sonia. It'd be easy if I could cut them, but I just really don't want to cut them. I think it looks okay though. Oh, I know what I could do. I could maybe put one of these plates so it's not going to be too big. No, I liked it better without it. What did I say? He wanted to see his pretty wife and he blushed. That looks really cute. What else do I have here that we could do? Oh, I forgot I was going to add this to it. I had some cute little napkins that I'm going to use for Easter. Let's see. Fold them a little better. See what I want to do here. That looks cute with the little bit of that. I put 4 things because I love the bright colors. And you can still see the tray a little bit under there. But let's see, what else could we do? I just grabbed a whole bunch of things from my just from around my house. Do one more. That's really all I had planned, but I'll come up with something else. That looks cute. So you can just do a lot of different things. Just add all the right colors, and so those are the kind of colors I'm doing in my house this year. Oh, I also had, I forgot I brought some little bunnies. It might be too much to add them to this scene, but I had some little bunnies. Let's do one more with those instead. Here. We'll take this off. We'll put this. We'll put a little bunny. Those eggs are a little bit big for that bunny. And there's another little bunny. Just something simple like that, like in the middle. So I just want to show you how you can just take a simple tray and woo, make something cute for your house. So that's it. It was a simple one tonight. I think I have a more elaborate idea for next time, but that's what we got for today. Hope you guys have a great night, and I will put pictures later. Bye.